About time. Took nearly a minute just to load this damn game up. But nonetheless, hello everyone, it is I, Netrunner Gaming HD. Welcome to another Let's Play of Life is Strange Remastered here on the channel. Important health warning about playing video games, of course. Game uses the autosave feature. I got with me Mountain Dew Baja Blast, Square Enix, Dope Non Entertainment, which will be followed up with Deck 9. Let the game open up. Alright. We're going to continue where we left off from the last video. Probably, unfortunately, gonna run into Victoria some more. That fucking arrogant cunt. We're gonna have to return a book to Kate. So I'm gonna head back to my room if I can and see if I can find that book in there, or maybe I already have it. I'll head to Kate's room, return it. Because I'm not gonna be an asshole to Kate. Let me make sure I'm recording. Alright. We're on episode number 2, Out of Time. Let's continue. Had to make sure I was recording there too. And in case you aren't aware, I don't got no beard no more. That's because I decided basically to just shave the whole thing off. It was getting a little annoying, getting a little bit bushy, and I figured I'll just shave it off, give myself a clean shave. I'm not getting rid of the mustache. I'm not. This right here, this is staying. I ain't getting rid of my mustache. The beard, it can go. The mustache, it stays. I'm not getting rid of my mustache. I am not shaving my mustache. No. Alright, well, that was a little bit of a
I better get dressed and go give back Kate's book.
Bad texture pop in there. Alright.
Water is almost as good as a cup of strong tea when I'm in sleepy mode.
Water's good, but I prefer carbonated soda. Caffeinated soda. Well, non-caffeinated too. Let's use this.
Hello? Water?
Oh, sorry.
I forgot.
Okay, I guess if you use the water in the sink, it takes away the water. Yeah, it must take away the water in the showers. Alright.
Otter power? I'm so not there.
September 6th through the 8th at 2 p.m. Join one of the top high school swim teams in the nation. No thanks.
I'm good to flow. Thanks.
Hold to another universe. Okie dokie
The
then.
last time I got a flu shot, I got the flu. Fuck you.
That actually did happen to me. I told the story in my last video, but there was a time I actually ended up getting the flu shot, and right after I got the flu shot, I got the damn flu. So, I haven't got the flu shot in a very long time, and quite frankly, I don't feel like I need the flu shot. So, yeah, I agree with her. Fuck the flu shot. Look, I'm not gonna shit on anybody who takes the flu shot, who takes their kids to get the flu shot. You know, if you want to get the flu shot, that's up to you. That's your opinion. Me personally, I don't get the flu shot because I haven't had the flu in a very long time. A very long time. Sure, I get the occasional runny nose every now and again, but I haven't had the flu in quite a while. I don't want it either. Alright.
Is that the link to Kate's video?
Excuse me.
Damn, Victoria is so fucking mean.
Katevideo.com. Yeah, she is fucking mean. I'm gonna resync that.
Even if I can stop one person from watching it, it's worth it.
This action will have consequences. I'll live with the consequences. She's being a fucking asshole toward Kate. Kate doesn't need that. The view of outside. Somebody sitting by the tree. Somebody on the park bench. A bird. Is that a bird? That's a bird, I think. I don't know who left that message here, but you're an asshole. Can't use this no more. Sorry about the water. Alright. I'm gonna head up out of here. I guess I can talk to you again. Anything different this time around? Hi, Brooke.
At least she's dedicated to her schoolwork.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I don't have time, Max. I can't talk.
Okay. Sorry to bother you. Alright.
I need to get dressed before I go there.
Okay. Well, let me head back into my room. Wait. What's that? What's that you got? Oh. Oh.
No fucking way.
Wow.
This is not why I came to Blackwell. And I still have to clean all this crap up after I find Kate's book.
Wow. Wow. Crappy artist, filthy whore. Written by a fucking cunt.
Victoria, of course. That's what I get for making fun of her. Bitch.
Ah, she's more than a bitch in my book. She's a fucking cunt. And if you get offended by me calling her a cunt, kindly click off my channel. Go find someone else to watch.
My poor Donnie Darko. How could anybody want to break cute little Jake Gyllenhaal?
Victoria, let's tidy up.
Ta-da! I do love a clean room. Very zen. Except for that bullshit graffiti.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get something to wash that off. I'm gonna... Hopefully you find something that could wash that off.
My desk is a pigsty, but I know it ain't there.
I thought she messed with the laptop because of the screen, but it seemed to be okay.
And nothing here.
Okay. What about here? Okay. Uh-oh!
Of course she just spilled soda on Kate's book. I better fix this fast. Kate needs the book, and I don't want to add to her list of problems.
Okay.
Be gone, foul soft drink.
Okay.
This is such a wise, wistful book. I have to read way more Bradbury.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take Kate books back to her with it covered in soda. That's gonna hurt her feelings. DVDs.
Now I have to wonder
That's
if
a
any of
lot
these
of
films are based on a true story.
That's a lot of DVDs. Alright. Let's get dressed.
Maybe I'll just put on a shirt and jeans. Hey, Einstein had the same exact suit for every day of the week, and he couldn't even rewind time.
He wore the same suit every single day of the week?
Now I can finally take this back to Kate before
Ew.
I'm late. As if I have to worry about being late anymore.
Einstein,
I
you're
do
one of the
have all
greatest
the time in the
geniuses
world
to
now.
ever. You're one of the greatest geniuses to ever walk the face of this earth, but seriously, dude? That's kind of gross. Like, get yourself a change of clothes. Don't wear the same thing every single day.
The Max Caulfield Photo Memorial Wall.
Alright, is there anything else? Laptop.
I could get lost doing time travel research. Warren is blowing up my inbox now,
Okay.
as long as he helps me figure this out. This is so insane, it sounds logical to me. This wormhole thing makes total sense, but doesn't explain how I can do what no scientist ever has. I would say this is some crazy shit, but now I'm not so certain. Should I sign?
I hope the game explains how she's able to do
Thanks,
this,
Victoria.
by the way.
I always wanted to be a Max man
Of
when I grew
course.
up. She'll spread that shit everywhere.
So she put Max's face on a cow. I'm assuming. Is that a? That might actually be like a sheep or something. And I'm assuming over there is a monkey.
And I thought I was into Halloween. Dana is not messing around here.
No, she's not. Okay. Well, I'm out of here. Excuse me. I'll go in her room and wreck her shit. Private number. Keep your smart mouth shut about everything, or I'm coming for your ass. I know where you sleep. Victoria, if this is you, shut the fuck up. Nathan, if it's you, also shut the fuck up.
Oh shit. Now I'm getting anonymous threats?
Probably
It never
Nathan.
ends. This has to be from Nathan. But it could be anybody. I better be doubly careful around here, or I could be in serious danger. If I'm not already.
It's either her or Nathan. What is that drawing, Max? Small body, pretty lengthy arms, fat ass head. Oh boy. Alright.
Kate? You in there?
Yes, I'm here. Come in, Max.
Alright, I have your book. Violin. Ooh.
Kate is all alone dealing with this video bullshit. I hope her mother doesn't disown her.
Ari, call us. Kate, your father and I just received a rather disturbing call from Principal Wells about you in some party video. Our concerns about sending you to Blackwell seem justified. Please call us after your classes this evening so we can fully discuss this matter. We hope you haven't brought shame on you or our family. We'll pray for you and expect you to pray for forgiveness. Your mother. Oh boy. Let's keep looking around. Alright, she's got ketchup, cheese crackers. I wish I had some freaking cheese crackers. Violin.
Kate used to play the violin every morning. She stopped last week.
Damn. She's got a Bible too. That's a nice picture on the wall right there. Bible.
Kate even makes notes in her Bible. My parents never once took me to church. I had nothing to rebel against. I don't know what to believe now.
I'm kind of the same. Like, I don't... Okay, nothing against people that believe in religion, but I haven't been to church since I was a little kid, and the older I've gotten, the more and more I start to believe... The more and more I start to believe that they're... Okay, if I say that, I know I'm just gonna... This is the nicest way I'll put it. I'm not a religious person. Nothing against people that are into religion. I'm just not a religious person. I haven't gone to church since I was a little kid. And when I did go to church, I was fucking miserable. I was bored. Like, I did not care to go. I was forced to go when I was a kid. I hated it. When I moved down here to the state of Tennessee, I have not gone to church at all. Except for the times where, like, a family member was getting married or somebody that knew one of my family members was getting married, and unfortunately I was forced to go. I was forced to go. I remember one time I was forced to go to some wedding that I didn't even know who the fucking person was. Like, they were a complete stranger to me, but because my sister knew them, I was forced to go. And I was bored to tears. I don't believe in marriage. Never have, never will. Till death do us part, my fucking ass. More like till divorce do us part, and I take all your belongings and everything from you, and then we part. I'm not really a religious person. I'm not here to shit on anybody who is into religion or anything. If you're into religion, more power to you. I'm just not a religious person. That's the nicest way I'll say it. Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Proverbs 21:15. When justice is done, it brings joy to the righteous, but terror to the evildoers. My mom does have a Bible. I don't exactly know where it's at. I don't know if it's out in the living room or if it's in the other bedroom. I'm not going to get it out right now because, well, one, I'm recording this, and two, what good is it going to do for me to read it? Like, I already said I'm not really a religious person.
Maybe Kate has a split personality. Church girl by day, party monster by night.
I don't know. Safe, not sorry. No matter how much you like each other, one slip up can change your life. You have a choice. There's nothing wrong with waiting. For more details, go to please wait at praisebejc.org. A picture here.
Damn, it's the all-American zombie
Whoa.
family.
American Zombie Family, Max. Come on. Clothes.
Kate's room is usually immaculate. For her, this must be a pigsty.
She's depressed. What do you expect? I mean, she's super depressed. And I just earned some reward points. Okay, Microsoft. Carpet has a bunch of stains on it, too. She's got a cross on the wall. A picture of a chicken, gigantic hen, and a tiny dino. Well then. Ba! Ba 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 ba! I cannot do a chicken voice. Picture of candles.
Kate really has a doting father.
And the light shines in darkness, and the darkness comprehend it not. John 1:5. Katie, you'll always be my brightest light against the dark. Hugs and love, Pop. Miss Kate Marsh, Blackwell Academy, Arcadia Bay, Oregon. Tissues.
That's a lot of tears. She's going to go through boxes.
She's depressed, Max.
I had no idea that Kate ever hung out with Alyssa and Stella.
Okay, that's cool. Fever favorite. I have no idea who that is. A poster of Jesus. I already know who that is.
Hey, I'm trying to use my powers for good.
Aww.
That is the cutest bunny ever. I bet Katie's a
My
good one.
sister has bunnies for my niece and nephews. They got 3 bunnies. And for the life of me, I can't remember the bunnies' names. I don't remember their names. I do know that they have 3 bunnies. I'll take a photo, if it's okay. Okay. I hope that doesn't hurt the bunny. Okay. Oh, I just got me a photo. An achievement, excuse me. Take optional photo number 1. I got me an achievement for the photo. We got a letter here.
Ouch. She left out damnation.
Dear Katie, no spirit or devil could have prepared me for what you have done in that videotape. And like a Jezebel, you released your harlot image before God's eyes. I will pray with my church for your soul to be saved from eternal hellfire, Auntie Marsh. Yeah, you got a very religious family. I'm I'm really glad I did not grow up in a super religious family. I'm not Christian, I'm not Buddhist, I'm not into Judaism, I'm not into Buddhism, I'm not into Christianity. Like I said, I was forced to go to church when I was a kid, but once I moved down here, I didn't go to church. My family never took me to church, to attend church. I never brought it up. I never told them I didn't want to go to church. They just never took me to church. If they tried to now, I would tell them, hey, no offense, I'd rather not go to church. I'd rather, I'd rather do something else with my time. Like, no disrespect, but I don't want to go to church, and personally, I'm just going to be flat out honest. Pastors, they claim they teach the wording of God, but in reality, they can be prejudiced. Pastors can be, I'm talking about like pastors, priests, they can be racist, homophobic, transphobic. If you do something they don't agree with, if you do something they don't like, they sentence you to eternal hellfire, eternal damnation, blah, 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 blah. Just like a super religious family. If you do something that a super religious family doesn't like, oh, you're a Satanist, you're an atheist, oh, you'll go to hell, blah, 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 blah. And it seems like Kate's family is super religious, which, nothing against her if she's into religion. I'm not going to shit on her for that. But sometimes having very religious family members do this stuff to you does have an effect on you. And it's not helping her. I mean, she's already depressed, and then she gets this in the mail. I mean, this is not going to help out. This is going to make her even more depressed. So, Auntie Marsh, I'm sorry, but you're kind of being a dick. That's not going to help. Saying, oh, you need to accept Jesus into your life. You need to accept God into your life. Well, how is Jesus and God going to help with the fact that there's a leaked video online of her at a party doing supposed inappropriate things? How is God and Jesus going to help her with that situation? They can't erase the fucking video off the internet. What, is she gonna go to church, get down on her hands and knees, look up to the heavens and pray and be like, God, Jesus, can you please take this video off the internet? That's not how it works. That's not how it fucking works. I hate to say it, but once it gets on the internet, it stays on the fucking internet. Once something gets on the internet, it always finds a way to stay on the internet. Believe me. I. He is able. I am not able to read the rest of that. Ask, think, imagine.
It's way too emo in here. Kate isn't that gloomy. Until lately.
She's depressed. Is there anything else? Ooh, drawing.
Kate's art is perfect for a children's book.
Aww.
Everything looks so fun and colorful and positive.
Well, that one guy over there at the corner looking down doesn't really look very positive. Looks like he spilled something and is upset about it. Everybody else seems happy, though.
Why did she cover up the mirror? She can't look at herself?
Max, she's upset. She was in a video doing who knows what in it that she doesn't approve of. Or that that she's not proud of doing. And that her family obviously is not proud of either. She probably doesn't want to look at herself at all.
Almost forgot what Kate looks like when she smiles.
Got fishies on the wall. Okay, I think that's everything.
Poor Kate. She doesn't look good.
Alright, let's speak to her.
Hey, Kate, I brought your book. Max, why did you step in between David and me yesterday?
Because he doesn't deserve to do that to you. I had no choice.
I had no choice. David Madsen is an asshole.
You had the choice to not get involved. Nobody here seems to care about anybody.
I care about you. And I'm not gonna let him fucking treat you like shit. And also, by the way, Kate, he's been basically in a way kind of stalking you. He has pictures of you in his house. Or in Chloe's house. Down in the basement. That's very weird. I'm just trying to look out for you.
I actually do care. So, what's the story with you and David?
Well, he's a total paranoid ass.
Obviously.
He thinks I'm part of the Vortex Club. Yeah, right.
Which you're not. Why?
Why does he think that?
Because he saw the video. You know how humiliating this is for me?
I know this sucks, Kate, but tell me about the video and maybe I can help.
Basically, I went to one Vortex Club party and ended up making out with a bunch of people. And I have no memory of it.
So, you went to a party, you went to a Vortex Club party. I'm assuming you must have got drunk or somebody drugged your drink. You either got drunk or somebody drugged you. You ended up making out with everybody there, with all the males there. It got recorded, it got uploaded onto the internet, and that's what leading you in this state. That's what putting you in this state right now. Shit. That's awful.
That's awful. So, how did that happen?
It's a long story. I'm still trying to sort it all out.
You have to tell me more than that. What happened at the party? Did you drink?
I swear to God, I had one sip of red wine, and then I drank one.
That's not enough to get wasted.
Not enough to get wasted, is it?
I don't get wasted. Ever.
Then somebody must have spiked your drink. If you're telling the truth and you said you only took one like one glass of red wine, like one small glass of red wine, and then drink water, then you either have an extremely, extremely low tolerance for alcoholic beverages, or somebody spiked your drink. That's the only way I can look at this. Either you have an extremely low tolerance to alcohol, or somebody spiked your drink. Now, me personally, my tolerance for alcohol is actually pretty high. Like, I've actually been able to drink a few beers and not be able to get drunk. Now, once I drink something like whiskey or something, oh, that's a completely different story. Like, I would say probably 2 shots of whiskey, boom. I can't snap my fingers, but 2 shots of whiskey, I'm immediately freaking wasted. Wine, depends on what wine it is, but I can get drunk off of wine. Champagne, I have got drunk off that before. Beer, I've only got drunk off of beer very few times. Like, my tolerance for alcohol is pretty high when it comes to beer, but when it comes to whiskey, liquor, that shit can make me really drunk or on the verge of passing out. Outside of that, my tolerance for alcohol is pretty high. I'm assuming that you must have a really low tolerance. Either that or, like I said, somebody spiked your drink. Now, I've never had an experience with somebody spiking my drink. I've never had that happen to me. Not that I'm aware of. I've never had that happen to me. And I hope it never does, by the way. I hope that never happens where I'm at a party or I'm at someone's house or somewhere and somebody decides to put something in my drink and spike my drink. I hope that never happens. Because if it ever does happen, somebody's in for a very rude awakening. That's all I'm going to say. They're in for a very rude awakening, and they're in for a very major ass whipping. And I'm not saying, I'm not saying I'm big boned or anything. I don't even know if I could actually, I don't know if I could actually whip somebody in a fight. Because, like I said, I'm not really that big boned, but if you think you're going to spike my drink and get away with it, you got another fucking thing coming. That's all I'm going to say.
I take a sip at church and I don't end up on a viral video, okay?
Did somebody drug you?
They must have.
I remember getting sick and dizzy.
Go on.
Then Nathan Prescott said he would take me to the hospital.
Oh, God. Nathan Prescott?
Nathan Prescott? Oh, shit.
He was being nice for a change when he offered to help me.
He's the opposite of nice. What next?
All I recall is driving for a long time. Then I woke up in a room. I thought it was a hospital because it was so white and bright.
Go on.
What the fuck?
I'm listening.
Somebody was talking to me in a soft voice. I thought it was a doctor until I heard Nathan and felt a sharp sting in my neck.
And
that's all I remember. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
I woke up outside my dorm room the next day. I didn't have any marks or bruises, but I felt gross.
So, who took the video of you at the party?
That's a good question.
I have no idea.
Probably.
Probably Victoria. She was there being her mean self.
Jesus, Kate. I'm sorry. This is serious.
So, based on what you just told me, Kate, you only took a little bit of red wine, you drank water, so you didn't drink enough to get yourself wasted or drunk. So, somebody definitely spiked your drink. Somebody definitely drugged you up. Nathan took you somewhere, and God knows what he did to you. God only knows what he fucking did to you. I really hope he didn't rape you. I really hope.
How do I
he
get a
didn't do
viral
that.
video taken down? I know.
Kate. Kate. Kate, I like you. But I have to be honest with you. And it goes back to what I just said. Once something goes up on the internet, it's hard to get rid of it. Believe me, I know from experience. I've had shit of mine that I did not want up on the internet that got leaked onto the internet. And I'll admit that I've tried to get it taken down and it don't do no fucking good. It don't do no good because even if I was able to get it taken down, it's just gonna be right back up on the internet. So honestly, at this point, and that was years ago too. Honestly, at this point, I don't even really fucking care anymore. I don't even fucking care because I've come to the realization that the older I get that it don't matter. It don't matter how hard you try to silence something on the internet. If it gets out there, it's going to get out there. And if it gets a large enough audience, no matter how hard you try to get rid of it, it's always going to find a way on the internet again, somehow, some way. Somebody else is going to re-upload it. Somebody else is going to talk about it. Somebody else is going to do a discussion video about it. Somebody else is going to point it out. I'll admit that there's things about me on the internet that I'm not proud of. I've said some really stupid shit in my past. I've done some really stupid shit in my past. My friend Orbital, she also did some really stupid shit and said some really stupid shit in her past. And she's even told me that there's things about her that she knows are somewhere out there on the internet, and she's not proud of it either. It goes back to something I said a while ago. Human beings are not perfect. No human being is perfect. Don't try to fucking twist it and try to spin it around and say, oh, well, you could live a perfect life. You could be absolutely perfect. Okay, you could try to live a perfect life, but it doesn't mean that you're 100% perfect. Anybody that wants to say that there can be a perfect human being, you're a fucking liar. You can live your life perfect, but you're not going to be 100% perfect. There's going to be some things that are, no matter how nice of a person you are, no matter how good of a person you may be, no matter how many good deeds you do, no matter how many good things you do, you're always just going to have that one guy or that one gal, that one man, that one woman that's just not going to like you regardless. It may be for the most smallest things. They may hate how you're just so nice to everybody. Like, look at Mr. Rogers, for example. I loved the Mr. Rogers Neighborhood show growing up as a kid. I thought Mr. Rogers was one of the nicest human beings to ever walk the face of this earth. I thought he was a kind, gentle, wholesome soul. My friend Orbital thinks that Mr. Rogers was a weirdo. She doesn't think that Mr. Rogers was a bad person. She just thinks Mr. Rogers was a little weird. I never thought Mr. Rogers was weird. I never saw Mr. Rogers as weird. I always saw Mr. Rogers as a kind, wholesome, gentle human being. But as nice as Mr. Rogers was, as much of a gentle soul as he was, as wholesome as he was, as much of an angel as he wasn't perfect. I'm pretty sure he had some things in his past that he wasn't proud of, and he probably said some things that if I ever found out about, I probably wouldn't approve of. And as much as he was beloved by so many people, he was also hated too. There were people that hated him just for him. Just for him being himself. Oh, I hate how you're just always nice all the time. I hate how you're always so nice to people, how you're so good to people. Why don't you actually grow a pair and actually be an asshole? Why don't you stand up for yourself? Because that wasn't Mr. Rogers. And if he did stand up for himself, which was very rare, but when he did stand up for himself, he was always respectful and nice about it. I've never seen any videos online of Mr. Rogers being an asshole or being a dick or being a piece of shit to somebody. He was always a kind, gentle soul, but no matter how nice you are, there's just gonna be that one person out there that's not gonna like you no matter what you do. You can give $1 million to charity, people are gonna say, oh, you're gonna have somebody that's gonna be like, oh, you gave $1 million to charity, how about you give $1 million to me? I could use that $1 million. You're always gonna have those people that are gonna do stuff like that. On my back wall, over here, you see that? Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. In my opinion, the greatest music artist of all time. The greatest icon to ever grace the music industry in terms of a solo artist. He wasn't perfect. He had some flaws and mistakes about him that he wasn't proud of, and that me personally, I'm not proud of. Do I think that he's a child molester? No. Do I think that he's a pedophile? No. Did he say questionable things around children? Yes. Did he maybe do things around children that were a bit questionable? Yes. Do I think that he put his hands on a child in a sexual manner? No. Do I think that he was a pedophile? No. Do I think that he was a molester, a rapist, anything like an abuser? No. But he wasn't perfect. He wasn't perfect. And even after proving that he wasn't a pedophile, even after all the evidence that come out, all this evidence, there's so much evidence proving Michael Jackson was not a pedophile. No matter how much evidence you throw in people's face to show them that, hey, he actually didn't do this to kids, he actually did not sexually touch a kid, or he wasn't a pedophile toward children, he wasn't, a child molester or anything. No matter how much evidence, actual factual evidence, you put in these people's faces to prove to them that he wasn't a pedophile, people are still going to call him a pedo. People are still going to think that he was a child molester. People are still going to think that he was an abuser. No matter what you do, people are going to believe in what they want to believe in, or they're just going to say it just to fucking troll. Now, if people say, oh, well, he was addicted to drugs. Okay, he was. I'll even admit that. As a big Michael Jackson fan, even I'll admit that. He did have a drug problem, and it's what unfortunately led to him passing away. He was addicted to drugs. He was addicted to facial surgery, getting his nose fixed and everything. I do think, in a way, he did kind of bleach his skin. I mean, he did have that skin disease, but I do think, in a way, he did sort of bleach his skin. The facial surgery, that was real. He even admitted it out of his own mouth that he did get a few surgeries on his nose, which, Michael, you didn't get just a few surgeries on your nose. You got multiple. You got multiple surgeries, not just on your nose, but on your face. Don't lie to us. I know better. I mean, for God's sake, it was getting to a point where it looked like your fucking nose was gonna fall off. You were addicted to drugs. You did some things I wasn't proud of. I mean, we all remember when he had Blanket over the balcony and almost dropped Blanket. I remember that very well, and that's something that he did that I'm not proud of him for. That was really fucking stupid. Like, he was not a perfect human being. He had his flaws and he had his mistakes, and he did some really stupid shit. But at the end of the day, I think he's the greatest music artist of all time. I love his music, and I will always listen to his music. Unless there ever comes a day where there's actual, factual proof that he actually did something sexual to a child. If it's ever proven that he actually really did do something sexual to a child, then that'll change my opinion of him forever. Will I continue listening to his music? I don't know. I don't listen to R. Kelly's music, and we all know what R. Kelly did. We all know where R. Kelly's at. R. Kelly actually did do the things that he was accused of. Maybe not everything, but quite a bit of the things that R. Kelly was accused of, he actually did. For God's sake, he's serving 30 years in prison at the time of me making this video. He's in a prison cell right now. He might even die in prison. I don't freaking know. Do I go and listen to R. Kelly's music? No. Do I go out of my way to listen to his songs? No. My friend Orbital always says to separate the art from the artist. And I try to do that, but at the same time, I don't know if I can actually sit down and listen to R. Kelly's music the same way that I did before, knowing what he did. Anyways, I've rambled on for quite some time. The point that I'm trying to say is, once it gets on the internet, it's hard to get rid of, and honestly, at this point, honestly, I honestly could care less. Like, if I say something that people don't agree with, well, sorry, it's my opinion. If I have an opinion that's different than yours, sorry, too bad. You're just gonna have to deal with it. If I like something that somebody doesn't like, okay. If I don't like something but that other person likes it, okay. It's called I have a different opinion. You know, I don't try to say racist stuff. I don't try to say homophobic stuff. I don't try to say transphobic stuff. I mean, why the hell would I even say that when my best friend is a black individual? My best friend is of the African American race. My best friend is a transgender. I have one niece and two nephews. All three of them are black. All three of them are black. Now, there are things about LGBTQ I may not agree with. I'm not going to discuss that here. This is not the time nor the place for that. There are some things about LGBTQ that I don't personally agree with, but I'm not going to shit on anybody for that. That's all I'm going to say. Let's just get back to the game, okay?
Oh, it's already spreading. What if my church sees that? I need to know what to do.
Kate, we'll figure it out. I'll check back later, okay?
Thanks, Max. You can put my book here near my bag.
Okay. It sounds to me like you got drugged. It sounding more and more like you got drugged. Probably by Nathan, maybe Victoria. I'm thinking it was probably Nathan that drugged you. Nathan must have put something in your drink to drug you. And then he did God knows what to you at an undisclosed area.
Jesus, this is intense. If Kate wasn't out of it and is actually telling the truth...
It's a fucked up story. Alright, let me put the book in there.
So, Max, can I ask you a question? And please be honest.
Absolutely, Kate. Anything.
I need to find out if Nathan Prescott helped me or hurt me after that party.
I don't think he helped you. Somebody like Nathan, who we saw in the first video, or actually, was it the first video or the second video? Pretty much at the very beginning of this game. Somebody like Nathan, who gets into an argument with a girl in a bathroom and then shoots her in the chest. Somebody who gets into a fight with us in the parking lot. Somebody who's threatened physical violence on us. Yeah, I don't think he was there to help you. If he was, that's a weird way of helping somebody out, but I don't think he was helping you.
Should I go to the police?
Oh, this is gonna be one of those big choices. Look for proof. Police look for proof. Oh. Let's try to look for proof.
If you do that, they won't believe you. You're on video grabbing at all those guys, and they'll use that against you. Bad.
But I know I was drugged.
That's what you have to prove, not them. I'm just telling you how the cops in school will look at this. The video doesn't exactly back you up.
You make me feel so hopeless.
I'm not trying. Oh my god. I'm not trying to make you feel hopeless. Max, in a way, is kind of telling the truth. If you go to the police, they're going to be like, okay, do you have proof that you were drugged? No. Okay, do you have proof that Nathan did this to you? No. Okay, we have a video here of you basically making out with all these people at this party, and it's clear that you're obviously messed up, and you're telling us this story. How do we know that you're not fabricating a story? And then, obviously, they're going to get in contact with the school. The school's going to start asking questions. It's going to get around to everybody at the school. And then you're going to have even bigger fucking problems. Because then they're going to be like, oh, you're trying to rat on us, you stupid bitch? That's what they're going to think. And I don't mean to call you that, but that's what they're going to think. They're going to think, oh, you're trying to rat on us, you stupid bitch? Oh, well, if you think your life's miserable now, oh, we're going to make it even more fucking miserable. I'm not trying to make you feel hopeless. Max, in a way, is kind of telling the truth. We need to look for proof.
Oh, no, Kate. I just don't
We
want you
need
to
to
get
look
hurt
for
anymore.
proof.
That seems impossible at this point. So that's your answer?
I think we should wait. There are other things going on that might help you.
But not right now. So I can walk down the halls with people calling me a viral slut. Thanks, Max.
Oh my god. Kate. This
Good
action will
job,
have
Dr.
consequences.
Max. She didn't like what I had to say, but we need more proof of what happened.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus, this is intense. If Kate wasn't out of it and is actually telling the truth...
How long I've been? Oh my god, I've been recording for almost a fucking hour. What do I do? Do I live with the consequences of my action, or do I rewind time and pick the other option and just go to the police? But if I go to the police, they're gonna want proof, and I don't have the fucking proof. All we have is a video of you making out with these people. That's all that we have. We don't have proof that you were drugged. We don't know who drugged you. We don't know what Nathan did to you. And if you say, "Oh, Nathan did this to me," they're gonna be like, "Okay, where's your proof?" "Oh, I don't have any proof. This is just what I remember." They're gonna be like, "Okay, well, we can't go off of that." In a real life situation, the police would say that. They'd be like, well, you can't go around accusing people of doing something to you if you don't have proof. You have to provide proof, because if you... This is how the real world works, okay? Let's say I accuse somebody of... trying to think of something. Let's say I accuse somebody of being a pedophile, okay? Well, I'm going to need proof. I'm going to need evidence pretty much showing them that they are a pedophile, that I'm in the right, and that they are a pedophile, that they're a creep toward kids. The police are going to be like, okay, can you give us some proof? Well, it's just what I have heard or what I've seen. Well, just because you heard it, just because you've seen it, doesn't mean anything. We need actual proof before we launch an investigation into said individual. They're gonna need information. They're gonna need proof that this is actually going on, that this person is who you're saying they are. Because if you make false accusations and the party involved hears about it, that could lead to very serious consequences for you. As a matter of fact, it could actually lead to me getting sued. They could actually hire a lawyer and put a lawsuit on me because I'm accusing them of something that they're not. Kate, I'm not trying to have you go around being called a viral slut. That's not what I'm wanting for you. I want to help you out, but Max is kind of telling the truth. If you go to the police, they're going to want proof. And I don't have any proof. So, I hope I'm not making the wrong decision here, but I'm going to live with the consequences of my action. Fuck it. A message from Chloe. You are evil. 40 minutes or else. Max. Food. 2 whales. See you there. Don't hurt your fingers texting. Yay, breakfast. Smiley face. No emoji. Okie dokie then. Let's just head on out. I hope there's nothing else I need to...
Really, Max?
Sorry. Alright, let's leave. I might have to split this video up into 2 parts. I just might have to split this up into 2 parts. Look, itching my foot. I still gotta record Metal Gear after this. That's probably gonna be the last thing I record tonight. I was gonna play Metal Gear and The Last of Us, but man, I didn't think I'd be on this game this long. Alright, it's auto-saving. Alright. I really hope I made the right decision there with Kate. I really hope I did. I'll find out by playing the rest of the game, but I hope I made the right decision there. Thank you all so much for watching. Netrunner Gaming HD signing out in this pretty much almost 1 hour long video. I hope I'm able to upload the full thing in full length. Otherwise, I'll have to split it up. But thank you all so much for watching. Peace. Stay safe. Have a great rest of the day or night. I'll see you for Metal Gear Solid 3. That's probably going to be the last video I record tonight because it is getting pretty late.